Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. I want to say happy Wednesday. I've been on for a whole week. Lord Jesus. I do think the last live I put up was last week, Thursday. Oops, my bad. Look, y'all, it don't be stuff happening, okay? When it don't be stuff happening, I don't be around here sometime and I be chilling out. Now look, I have put up premieres because I did do, because if y'all did not know, because y'all don't be paying attention, I did do what's these people called? The Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, I did that, had a good old time. Now I also did, where is it at? Because I did the Beyonce thing. Because where that one at? I don't know if I got it no more. It might be gone because I did a whole cute little thumbnail, okay, for the Beyonce concert, and I don't know where it's at. Okay, but I did that too. But if y'all don't know, it's around there, so watch that as well. I hope y'all can hear me too, because I feel like sometimes the sound be dumb, okay? But again, I am alive since last week, and that ain't my fault. Blame the people in the news, okay? Don't blame me. Blame the celebrities or whatever. But I'm here. Okay, y'all, how y'all doing? Okay, I had to put my hair up, child, because it was all over the place to get on my nerves when I was trying to get ready for the live, but I'm here and I'll be nice and let my hair down because my hair is always up in the bun. So when I have braids, I try my best to let them be down when I'm on camera and stuff. Because once these braids come out, y'all know my actual hair is gonna be up in the bun, but that's fine by me. I don't know, where is my Beyonce thumbnail? Okay. I feel like I must have redid it. And I don't know. Okay, anyway, y'all, but we here together and stuff. Let me say hi to y'all. How y'all doing? Hey, how y'all doing? How everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm mad to not see my Beyonce thumbnail. It was real cute. It's probably on my phone. Let me see if it's on my phone somewhere. Child, I don't know where I put it. I must have deleted it. I must have deleted it. Let me look, because I feel like I be doing the damn thing and stuff. I don't know how on God's green earth. It was last. Yeah, it's been a minute, y'all. But hey, how y'all doing? Hello to everybody around here. I miss y'all. Y'all miss me because we are one happy fam mo and the leap. Okay, okay, that can be cool. Because sometimes I don't be knowing. I don't be knowing. Okay, but yeah. Okay, but yeah. I'm almost gonna be asleep too. No, look, no, I'm not. Cause I have things. There are things to discuss. I can't believe that I don't have the thumbnail. I feel flabbergasted. Okay, I feel confused. I feel because y'all know I love to have my thumbnails, to show y'all, to remind y'all, and y'all must have did that work and never did it anywhere else, and now I'm just not paying no dang attention to where it is. Because in case y'all did not know, it's still too small. Oh man, some of my pit. Okay, but look, in case y'all don't know, the moves out the way. UC is down there, right here. Okay, right here, right down there. I did talk about the Beyonce concert because I watched it on TikTok. Okay, and when I watch things on the TikTok, I like to say what I saw, how it was, and what I thought about it. And because I do not have a ticket, okay, to the Beyonce concert, I said, well, girl, go ahead and just watch it on TikTok. You can watch the clips around here and kind of like that. But people was live the whole time. And I was like, it was good. Okay, it was good. I liked it. So that's around there too. Okay, right. The replay, people gonna see it around there because I'm like, I know it's around there. I saw Surge last night. Loved it. Are you going to do a video? I already did. I already did. Mm-hmm. See, that mean y'all don't be knowing what be child. It's already around there. It's already around there. When did I do it? Where's my center one? Boom. 11 days ago. 11 days ago. I went and saw Sinners the day it came out. It came out like Thursday night. I went and seen it Friday. So I saw it, reviewed it. I think I've talked about it every day since. Oh shit. Way too much water. So yeah, my Senate review was already up as well. That is on my channel. So if you have not seen it, it's around there. It's in the old stuff. I've seen it already and reviewed it already and stuff. Okay. But I'm happy you liked it. I loved it as well. And it's around there. Okay. But let me get to sharing my screen because since I have not been, I'm so mad at this. I almost put all this water. But since I have already not seen, because I've already been on here for almost 10 minutes, let me share my Instagram screen. Because as I was, what is wrong with Instagram? Why can't I'm trying to get to my stuff. Save stuff. And there we go. Because I was confused and dismayed. Okay. Yeah, I've seen Senators twice. I really would have went when it comes out on whatever streaming platform that they're going to put it out on. Because I don't know what streaming service they would even. These braids are already getting on my nerves. They too damn long. Whatever streaming service they choose to put the movie out on, I'm going to get it and watch it again in the comfort of my own home. because it was really, really, really a good movie. It was the funny thing. I was talking to my boss today. She's Caucasian, and she said she was gonna go see it. I said, "Oh, you should go see it." And I feel like I do wonder how certain Caucasian people will feel about the movie, because I feel like all of the reactions and the comments I've seen from people who sing Sinners, I have really seen a mostly, black, you know, people of color response to it. I've seen a couple of Caucasian people, but not that many. You know what I'm saying? But I know the people of it because when I went both times I seen white people. But I do wonder how she will like it because it's different. Thank you. I love them too. They're my favorites. I really want to get them in like a different color. Like because the side of my thing is like a little teal blue. But I don't know. But yeah, let me get this share because I feel like it's so much, child. Ooh, it's so, and I took my time on the look. When I tell y'all, I took my time on this thumbnail because I was like, I want it to be some kind of cohesion. Okay, I want it to look good. I want folk to look like they're going to the same event. I want it to look presentable. And luckily for me, I was able to scrap to when I tell y'all it was the hardest thing to find a good picture of Jaguar Wright. Her and Brian McKnight were my hardest two pictures to find. And it might be because he's suing her, I don't know. But I'm happy the thumbnail came up looking presentable and whatnot. So that always made me feel better. I was supposed to go live yesterday. And when I got home, I didn't feel like it. I didn't. I was like, I don't have a thumbnail. It's not much I want to discuss. I am tired from being up watching Beyonce. I am tired from working. And I was just like, I think I canceled the live yesterday at around 8:30. And y'all know I rarely like canceling a live that close to the time. If I'm gonna cancel a live, it's gonna be hours and hours ahead of time. And at 8:37, I was like, cancel. I ate me some M&Ms and chilled out and had a good night. A good night was had last night. Anyway, y'all, let me stop. Let's get into all of these people's business. Okay. Now there's some foolish things, there are thumbnail things, and then just things that we have to get into that we care about. Some things we do not care about. So get y'all some water, get y'all some snacks, okay, and stuff, and a good time. Maybe a long time. I don't know. What I want to start, I want to start here. Okay, now y'all know fair use. When we do lives and we record and we and comment on things and we are taking interviews from other peoples and whatnot, it has to be discussed. I don't want to start there. I don't want to start there because I don't want it to get flagged too soon. I don't. Let me scroll. Let me start here. Now, I am a 43-year-old grown woman. I was also brought up around aura of thee, okay? But I feel like since I have been an adult in adult situations, aura of thee, Kelly, has been tried and convicted of many things that I cannot ignore, okay? So I cannot imagine me being a 50-year-old woman and being happy that Aura of the Cat Lee is singing to me from prison.
Don't hear to sing. I'm ready.
She right here. She can hear you. She can
I
hear
hear everything you're saying. Yeah.
I'm up here in a peekaboo quinceañera color dress. I am hot and sweating. We have a microphone. It probably ain't no air conditioning going on in here. Who the hell who has access to our hey? I am 33. 10 years ago. 43, not 43. You know what I'm saying? But I probably really am 33. I probably forgot. But who got R. Kelly prison number? Can I get R. Child, can I get R. Kelly to call me? Should I have R. Kelly call me? I don't want him to.
Come on, man.
Wait, okay.
How you rushing a prisoner? Is her name Jaylee?
Thank you.
Now, first of all, who put money on R. Kelly books? Okay, who paying R. of the Kelly? Who the money go to? Because I refuse to stream his music because I don't want him getting paid for it. And I don't have any old R. Kelly CDs. Do I have an old R. Kelly CD? I might have an old R. Kelly CD somewhere, but I don't know where. But I don't stream his music because I don't want to get him paid. I don't want the money going in his books. So who pays R. Kelly when he's singing Happy Birthday from behind the walls? Okay. Who did it, what for, and why? Who even say, you know what, can you call the prison? I need you to get me R. of the Kelly to sing to me for my 50th birthday. It probably is you. You R. Kelly's bookie. You booking up for shows. That's what you. I need whoever is paying R. Kelly to sing Happy Birthday. No, child, anyway. But that lady said she was happy because that man is from the prison and he sang to her. Okay. But I don't listen to him no more. I don't. Because again, I think because I have Tidal. And so to me, if I stream his music, he will get the money. So then he's in prison getting paid, and he should not be getting paid from his music. He's getting paid from pressing license plates or whatever they're doing. Because I don't know what job. They may not do that no more. I feel like in 2025, pressing license plates may not be the prisoner's job anymore. I don't know. But I'm not me, not on my watch. I don't want that man singing to me. Okay, not at all. Why y'all want to fight gorillas? Who was the first person to say to themselves, hey, you think we can beat up a gorilla? Who want to fight a gorilla? Have y'all not seen them fight each other? So when I kept seeing how one gorilla versus 100 men. And I'm like, what 100 men? Is they some Spartans? Is they superheroes? Is there Hercules and his cousins? Because I don't understand why anybody on God's green earth would want to fight a gorilla. I don't care if it's 100 of y'all. Y'all do know a gorilla with one swing can knock out 5 people. You want to be one of the 5? So I don't know what idiot, I don't know what fool, I don't know why on God, I don't know where it came from, and I don't want to play that game. I don't at all. Okay, and if you want to find a gorilla, if you want to die, just say that. If you want to go see Jesus, if you want a first class trip to Jesus' front door or the devil's, I don't know where we're going to go. If you want a trip to either the upper room or the lower room, just say that. But don't take 90,000 people with you. There's nowhere on this earth where there are 100 men. I don't care how much you bench press. I don't care how much, nothing. I don't care if you around here having a marathon of eating coochies. You can't beat a gorilla. Okay, you can't. It is impossible unless all 100 men got 100 choppers. Unless they're gonna shoot you can't fight a gorilla. You can't. You can't. If you do, 89 men gonna die. 11 gonna be real hurt. And that's gonna be what it is. Because he gonna beat y'all at now again, unless y'all have guns, machetes, swords, like you were a samurai, but I don't know where it came from. It's stupid to me. So no, 100 men can't beat. There's no one. It would have to be 1,000 men in steel knight armor, okay, who run at the gorilla from all sides. Okay, they gotta be in bulletproof. What's it called? What's the bulletproof thing called? Is it Kelvar? I don't know. Bulletproof things. Okay, bulletproof stuff, steel. Okay, because the gorilla gonna get all y'all. So no, don't do it. It's not smart. It is stupid. Unless you have weapons. Thank you, Teflon. Why did I meant what's Kevlar? Did I make that word? You don't make up stuff like what is yes, I meant forget why I say Kevlar. Where did that come from? Am I drunk? Anyway, you would need to have armor on. You can't do that. We need Teflon. Thank you. It's called Kevlar. Kevlar. But they would also need to be Teflon Dons, right? This is I don't know. I don't get it. It's weird. So I don't know. Please don't go fighting no gorillas. Okay, it's dumb. Now, this is a tragedy. Okay, let's say that first. This is very sad news. This is also, you shouldn't be dumb news. Okay. 18-year-old girl is first of all hit by a fire truck. 18-year-old fatally struck by a fire truck shortly after he fell onto the street while dancing on top of a friend's car.
Family and friends are left remembering the teen. She was a social butterfly that loved a good time, doing just that last night when she lost her life. Now her parents are asking people to learn from her mistakes and be safe while having fun.
Get off the car. Don't dance on cars.
It was around 11:20 p.m. Saturday night when a night of fun took a tragic turn. Police say an Escalade stopped at a red light once the truck took the left turn. 18-year-old Nyla Simmons, who was dancing on top of the car, fell
to a moving car
off. Moments later, she was hit by a fire truck that was responding to a call. Nyla Simmons' parents at a loss for words, trying to describe what happened to their daughter less than 24 hours ago.
And it's a lot of people gonna miss her, but we ain't gonna never be the same.
I'm still in shock right now.
They say Nyla was attending a friend's prom send-off prior to the accident.
We just wanted the best for Nyla. Nyla, the incident, it's just tragic the way she died. But that's what hurt the most, the way she died. When Nyla was out having fun, that's what she liked, having fun, hanging with her friends.
Nyla was the youngest of 5. She graduated from Parkway North High School last year and was set to start cosmetology school at Grabber School of Hair Design on Monday.
I'm highly distraught that I don't get to see what she was going to become.
Her parents say they don't blame her friends. They were just teens being teens, saying no one could have ever guessed that the night would end up with Nyla losing her life.
But we all been young before. Yeah. We all done did some type of things where it could have ended up bad for us.
The parents wanting everyone to learn from Nyla's mistakes, hoping this incident can stop another teen from doing the same.
Yeah, and we want all her people and her friends to take this and learn from it.
Don't get on top of a car, y'all.
Remembering Nyla Simmons as their youngest baby.
Yeah, don't do that, y'all. Okay, look, I remember long time ago, our friend had died, right? Our friend Darren. And we were at Darren's home going, What's the damn what's my brain on pause? I can't think of words. The repast who was on the block hanging out. This had to be like, I don't know, 1998, maybe 2002. I don't know. And we were in the car. We were in my sister's Jeep Grand Cherokees, purple. Okay. And a friend of ours was on top of my sister's hood. Now, I don't remember who took off. I was in the car. I wasn't driving, though. I think I maybe was in the passenger seat, and with said friend on the hood of the car, they took off driving. Okay. Friend on hood of the car laughing, holding on to the car until whoever was driving, and it wasn't my sister, I can't think who it was, when the car came to a stop, friend then tumbled down the street because when the car stopped, she flew off the hood of the car. Broke a few toes, was cut up, and all of that stuff. So what I'm telling y'all, do not be around here on top of cars. It's stupid. You're going to get hurt, okay? Or if you are on top of a car, don't drive it. No one should move the car. Dance on top of a car when it's parked. Ain't nobody gonna nothing, okay? Because this girl lost her damn life. Our friend lost it, but she was a toe, but her toe was broke for a while. It's dumb. Now, I'm wondering how fast was the fire truck going that they didn't even see a person in the street, because even though it could have been seconds after, it also probably means the fire truck did not have their sirens going, because when the girls have heard them pulled over, or when they drive so fast they didn't see it going. It's crazy, a tragic accident. But y'all keep y'all kids on the ground and stuff, okay? Fools being fools. Now, I don't know why people want to steal so much. Everywhere has cameras. Okay, apartments, houses, Coney Islands, strip clubs, crack houses. I feel like wherever you go, there is some kind of camera somewhere. Someone's gonna catch you on camera. So these fools were breaking into an apartment. Now, first of all, they are inside a hallway apartment, and the man has his, doorbell camera. He like, y'all so dumb. Y'all can't be that dumb. So the thieves decide to knock down his camera. However, they're still on camera. So I feel like, one, this had to be an inside job, because who randomly goes to one apartment to break into it like that? That means you know who live there. Okay, so this is absolutely an inside job, because why y'all ain't breaking into the other apartments? Who out the blue want to break into one apartment in the corner? So them some my friends. But yeah, tell your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, or whoever else, stop trying to break in people's houses. You're gonna get caught because there's cameras. You look stupid. You're caught on camera. You couldn't even get in the door. Because why? I guess you didn't have right crowbar. I don't know. But yeah, people being dumb all around. They're not even good burglars. Y'all loud. Y'all ain't burgled before? Is it y'all first burglary? Now, dude back there, dude in the back, does he have a gun? What is y'all doing?
Y'all can't be that goddamn dumb. You can't be that dumb. Y'all can't be that goddamn dumb.
I feel like drugs. I feel like someone know it's some drugs in the house. I feel like the owner of that apartment know they might try to come get me. So I'm not only gonna have a camera at my door, I'm gonna have one right across from my door too. It may be the neighbors, I don't know. But yeah, stupid people doing stupid things. And I'm tired of them. People being stupid, it's too expensive. It's too expensive. People fighting at the Carnival Cruise tournament. Why a whole brawl? 24 people. 24 people. I can't imagine being somewhere. They're trying to get on a plane, and then a group of people just start fighting. Okay. 24 passengers are banned. Why? Because y'all want to be stupid at the thing. You should not be dumb in airports. You should not be. You should not be dumb anywhere. But I feel like whatever happened can't be that bad. Okay, it can't be that bad. I don't know what happened. I don't even care. Okay, this happened on April 26th. They were there for a 7-day Western Caribbean cruise. How you finna be on the water? Well, what I'll say is this. I'm happy that they all got caught before leaving. Because can you imagine being on the cruise for 7 days and they fighting every day? Because they fought like this at the terminal, they're going to fight on the cruise. If you can't act correct in the hallway, you can't act correct in a classroom, you can't act correct at an airport, you damn sure can't act correct on a boat. So yes, block them all, send them home, make them go away. Why? I don't know what is happening for my signal. It keeps popping up so weird. I feel like YouTube or StreamYard is being really weird right now because my stream keep popping away. Did they fight on what? Let me see because I didn't really read it. The chaos unfolded in the debarkation. What that mean? It don't say. It don't say. It doesn't really say if they were. I feel like they may have been leaving because they look like they're not tired yet. Because usually coming back, you look different. But either child, they can't go no more. They block forever. I just don't like stupidity. Now, what I do, I wish I was here for this. Every time a Brinks truck, every time a truck carrying some money, lose some money, it's never where I am. Why can't I find the money?
Are looking into a theft after the driver of an armored vehicle full of cash says people started grabbing thousands of dollars that fell out of that truck. A Brinks employee told police the back door of his truck opened at Jackson and Austin on Tuesday. The driver says 3 bags full of cash fell out, worth about $300,000. When the driver returned to the truck, they saw dozens of people taking the money and running away. Oak Park police.
Well, technically, that ain't stealing. Technically, if you dropped it and you lost it, I found it. Finders keepers, losers weepers. So I wouldn't call it a theft. I mean, should you not pick up stuff that don't belong to you? I mean, no, it's not yours, but I don't know. It's free money. Okay, it's free. Now, if the driver was driving, how did the back door open? Because isn't it supposed to be like at least 2 or 3 guys in it, or people in the thing? It sounds like the driver stole the money. It sounds like, the driver stole the money. Because to say I was driving, and at some point, the back door opened. Okay, the back door opened. And when the back door opened, 3 bags fell out. If you kept driving, wouldn't more bags fall out? I just feel like, and why wouldn't you? Because you know how much time it would have to take for folk to realize the 3 bags. It sounds weird. So even if the truck just so happened to be driving, and the door just happened to open some kind of way, and someone tossed 3 bags of money out on the street. Okay, whatever. People gonna pick the money up. Cable said, according to the driver, the vehicle doors opened by themselves, causing the bag to fall out around 5 p.m. Okay, cash spilled out, and he saw 50 or 100 people picking up money because the money was sitting around there. Okay, the money was sitting, 300 grand. They not giving back nothing. Not today, not ever. It's not, nuh-uh. I found that money.
This ain't stealing. This ain't stealing.
I found it. It was on the ground. It was lost. It was lost and found. Okay, God sent me that money. Okay, God said Jaylee was supposed to get it. I feel shouldn't armored trucks have cameras? It just sounds so weird. Look, in 2 weeks, when they say armored truck driver arrested for snatching, because it sounds weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Because would the money fly about? Wouldn't it be flying all around? And if I don't see no Brinks truck and this is money on the ground, I'm assuming it's mine. I found it. We shall see. I feel like something gonna happen with that. I just saw this today. They say a strip club here in Detroit. I said, not child. Can we always not? They shut down a strip club because they had teens. I said teens.
The 26th, the Detroit Police Department became aware and notified that there were minors under the age of 21 years of age in this establishment for a birthday party.
Now, who parent booked a birthday party at a strip club? Okay, called the Sting Gentleman. Who booked it?
There was a video. A mother made the police department aware of it, and her child was in here along with children as young as the age of 14.
Now, whose birthday was it? How old was the birthday person? Because why would anyone book a strip club to have a party at and then have teen? That's weird. Now, I'll say this. Was liquor being served? Maybe they just had the part. Was the strippers in there too? A Detroit strip club has been shut down because the police say more than 20 underage teens, meaning underage teens, meaning they would have to be 19 or 18 or younger. But it says some was as young as 14, were inside. It's an adult venue for a birthday party over the weekend. But maybe somebody rented the strip club but did not rent the strippers. Maybe they thought we're renting the building, but not the people who work in the building. I'm wondering who rented it. How old was the birthday person, and why were there teens there? Were the strippers there? Was liquor being served? That's what I just wonder. A social media video showed minors in the club. A mama snitched. Okay, because the mama said, "Oh, my kid." No, your kid was there too, mama. I want to know who mama rented the place. I didn't even see him. Did you see the video? Because he be seeing stuff. I don't be seeing it sometimes. So, no one should rent a strip club to have a party at for teenagers. That's weird. Okay. Unless in the daytime, the strip club doubles as a kiddie daycare. Unless the daytime, there's no liquor, they put the strip poles up and is coloring books and shit around here. But I do wonder who booked the club. What did the club know? Because it's all weird. It's all weird. So I think not only should the club be shut down, the parent who booked said club and then allowed kids to come to a party, that's weird too. Everybody should get arrested. Not just the club, whoever rented it and then brought in the kids. Child, I don't be know what be wrong with y'all. Y'all be doing some dumb stuff, and I don't know why. But y'all hear about the turkey leg? Look, I remember hearing about the turkey leg hut that had like got blown up or whatever. Well, they said the person who this man set his own thing on fire. Arson.
Leg had appeared before a federal judge today.
Lyndon Lynn Price, along with 2 others, are accused of trying to burn down the bar of a person that used to be a partner in the turkey leg hut. Bryce Newberry is following these breaking details. Bryce.
Yeah, Daniela and Keith, former Turkey Leg Hut co-owner Lyndell Lynn Price is accused of orchestrating this scheme and paying others to start that fire. He was arrested yesterday, according to a source, after he left his girlfriend's house in the Katy area. And when they took him into custody, that source says he was in tears.
Because he's going to prison. He's going to jail, okay? He was a co-owner of Turkey Leg Hut. He currently owns the Oyster Hut. But this because it was footage. Where is that? It's footage of the people setting the place. I mean, pouring gasoline all up and through. Well, no, I want a better thing. This one. I'm like, the fact that y'all did not catch yourselves on fire is lucky, because they round there pouring gasoline all over the place. It blew up. Okay, it not only destroyed that location, people's houses in the neighborhood was also affected or whatever. So weird. So weird. He was a co-owner. He chose. I said, why would you do that? Now that was stupid. That was dumb. And you paying people to do it. Girl, it says each suspect is going to be facing up to 20 years in federal prison and up to $250K for a fine. I'm like, no, why would you do that? They took him in custody and the 2 culprits as well who did it. I do not advocate for violence. I do not advocate for crazy things. But what I will say is this. When you do dumb stuff, do it on your own so no one can snitch on you. Because if you pay me to do something for you, and if I get caught, I'm a snitch. Because I ain't going down by myself. Okay, if we all that's the definition of snitching. I'm not going down for you. If they tell me I can get off a little bit, and you did it too, you coming with me. That's why I always say, do your dirt on your own. Because if they catch me, I'm going by myself because I did it myself. But if we a group, if we broke the rules together, we should go to prison together. I don't want to be by myself. No. But I just think it's dumb when you pay people to do things because you don't want to do it. And then they get in trouble, but you the real culprit. Y'all should not set stuff on fire. That's just stupid. It don't make no sense at all. Okay. So yeah, it did say this man and his wife was already facing bankruptcy and over 4.7 in debt tied to Turkey Leg Hut before it caught on fire and shut down for good in 2024. Either way though, some people ain't supposed to be in business, and that's that man who set thing on fire. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, let's get to some of the real stuff. Okay, but y'all take 30 of those seconds and like the video. And we're back. Where do I want to start? Let's do some Caucasian people. Look, this man, Bill Belichick, I don't know who this man is. But they said this man is old as hell. Okay, he's too old to be a girlfriend. Bill, I think he's like 73 or something like that. And he had a 24-year-old girlfriend. And while having an interview, and they were asking him about the girlfriend and stuff, girlfriend said, "Oh, yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, let's stop that." Okay, she came and protected her asset.
They're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No.
It's a topic neither.
So the girlfriend was like, "Yeah, we're not gonna discuss how that 73-year-old man met me." Now, if we all are upset that Shannon was 55 when he met the 19-year-old girl, I feel like we should also be upset that 73-year-old Caucasian man is messing around with a 24-year-old girl. That is a 49-year age difference. And to me, someone who was 73 should not want someone 24. That's weird. That's weird. Now, we know she fucking for a buck. Okay, we know she in it for the check. We are fully aware of that. Okay, that she like, I want the money. Give me some money. When he die, I get some money. Or even if he live, I'll get some money for right now while he's alive. But I feel like in my spirit, anybody who's 73 should not have a 24-year-old girlfriend. Okay, and I feel like he wrote a book, right? The book, the man said, "I agreed to speak with CBS to promote my book, The Art of Winning." A part of discussing the book he wrote is about who you're dating to. It's a part of your life. Okay, and if you do not want to discuss your young ass girlfriend, don't bring her to the interview. Period. I feel like most people who don't want to discuss their private life don't bring it with them to work. If you don't want to discuss your young girlfriend, maybe she should not be sitting 7 feet over yonder. I can see her at my peripheral. Okay, and 73-year-old old bald wrinkly balls Bill Belichick. Come on, hide that on top of me. And that's what's going to happen. Dirty old man. Nasty. And I'm not saying an old man does not need companionship, but I feel like, why do you have someone 49 years younger than you? She don't even know stuff that was made she don't know enough to be your girlfriend. Can she make you Jello and peas correctly? Do she know your pain medication, the Geritol, your Metamucil? I just find it odd when people who are so older get with someone so younger. Again, if we're pissed at Shannon, we should also be pissed at Bill. Period. Now I know she's an adult, she grown, cool. If Bill, look, this is in my mind, I'm like 20-year age difference is max. Okay, and the person would have to be a mature, younger version of themselves. But can't nobody tell me a 24-year-old girl knows anything to have a conversation worth mentioning with a 73-year-old ass man. Nothing. Y'all don't even have the same references. Look. It's just nasty. It's dirty. It's weird. And she just as dirty, because she want the money. She want the monies. She wants the monies. And that's cool. But no, he nasty. And again, my only point is, if you do not want to have a conversation about your 24-year-old girlfriend, do not bring her to your interviews. Leave her at home. Ain't she in school? Ain't she at class? Don't you have a curfew? You can't have it both ways, old man. Okay, you can't want to actively, knowingly date someone's child and then not want to discuss it. It's a conversation. Where did y'all meet? Blues Cruise tour? What happened? On MySpace, a reunion? What happened? It's weird. Weird. And this is the thing too. If you are confident in how you met her and how there's no weirdness here, get one interview. Not even one interview. You are not going to shy away from it. I met her at Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, I was there with my granddaughter. Okay, and my girlfriend was the mouse. She was working the ticket booth. Okay, and when I fell and hurt my hip, she helped me up because she's a senior citizen helper's aid. It was a love story from the Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, I fell, I couldn't get up, and she helped me, and she's been helping me ever since. Okay, she rubbed my knees when they get weak. Okay, she put my pills in the pill bottle for me. She gets my reacher for me. They have nothing in common. They can't. The sex got to be whack, because I don't have time to wait for Viagra to kick in. Child. Nasty ass people. Nasty ass people get on my damn nerves. Look, T.I. First of all, so T.I. was around somewhere before. I thought T.I. retired. I really thought T.I. retired. Now I can't play the sound yet because there's music being played. That's how my partners roll. When I tell y'all I was a T.I. fan of his music, man, I'm mad he got on TV and actually got that ass. Saying stuff. T.I. was somewhat performing, right? And he saw in the crowd somebody fucking with Tiny. Okay, and I was like, he running, where you going, Jesus? So he rapping, he sees somebody mess with Tiny, and he run. Okay, I gotta go help. Oh, jump. Okay, what you doing now? What's happening? What's going on now? Hold on now, before you don't calm. Now, first of all, who fuck with Tiny? Everybody know Tiny. I can't play the music yet. I want to get flagged. Okay. However, he was rapping. He seen some shit going around in the audience. Okay, calmed it down a little bit. Then he kept rapping. Then he turned. He saw. He was like, "Wait a minute, hold up. I know, y'all ain't fucking with my old lady. I know that. Okay. Oh, I gotta come and get on that. Jumping across the tables. Separate. Fuck all that. What's going on, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Look, T.I. might be insane on any given Sunday, okay? But he said, I don't play by my wife. I'm going to come get you by my wife. Now, we've seen King pop down to y'all. King crazy as well. Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? I just had to get one thing. What the fuck we doing? I'm gonna flip the table. I thought that was my baby mama. I'm just telling you, flip the table. Leave her alone. You see me? If I ain't right now, nigga, leave her alone. I'm gonna flip the motherfucking table. You know what? All right, let's go.
He said, look, I will flip the fucking table. Okay. I'm gonna ask questions later. I'm gonna flip tables. I'm the same way. I'm just saying, I look, when it come to my peoples, if I see something going down, I'm flipping tables first. I'll figure shit out later. Okay, I will figure. Look. If I even see somebody looking at my people wrong, yes. Absolutely, it would do it again at 43. But absolutely, look. Okay, I'm on T.I. side with this. Okay, I respect King for following his daddy lead, cause that's my mama. And I don't know what's going on, but my daddy jumped, so I jump too.
Intermission. You dig what I'm saying? I just had to get one thing. What the fuck we doing? I'm gonna flip the table. I thought that was my baby mama. I'm just telling you, flip the table. Leave her alone. You see me? If I ain't right now, nigga, leave her alone. I'm gonna flip the motherfucking table. You know what? All right, let's go.
And what that also mean is, don't think because I'm up here on the stage and I'm rapping that you down there fucking with my wife, either fussing with my wife, tussling with my wife, whatever with my wife. If I feel like my wife is in some kind of danger, I'm flipping the table on your ass immediately. And I respect T.I. for stopping his show and making sure his old lady was okay. You know, look, a part of me always felt like T.I. and Tiny would not make it because he was a cheater. But I felt like T.I. in his old age and his I was locked up, had the essay allegations against me, and Tiny's still here. I'm a ride it out with her. I'm happy they together still and on the same page. But yeah, I'm flipping tables too. All up and through. Okay? You can't play, don't play with me. And anyone who with me is the same way. You hear me? They flipping tables. They may shoot. You know what? Now that I think about it, every person, okay, who's been with me has been a shoot first and figure it out later person. That is crazy. I'm like that from 17 to 43. If we out somewhere in public and some shit going down and somebody on me, they're gonna shoot. It's a thing going on. You know what I'm saying? And you should, because sometimes you have to flip a table. Okay? You figure it out later. You get bail money together and you get it figured out. Okay? We don't care. Suge Knight, who's in prison, has agreed to pay $1.5 million a settlement. Now remember, he's in jail for that hit and run because he ran somebody over and killed them and stuff. So yeah, and I feel like wasn't there like a video of it too? So he has agreed to pay 1.5 mil to Terry Carter's family, the man he ran over and killed with truck back in 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And the crazy, the fact that it was caught on camera, insane. So he's gonna pay 1.5 mil. So the man's wife and 2 kids will each get 500 grand. Okay. But my thing, the fact that Suge is in prison and has been in prison for roughly the past, 10 years, and he still has that kind of money. I'm like, I would think, because Dame Dash broke. So one, still rest in peace to that man's family. Is and getting, as a wife, and because again the wife got half a mil, and then each child got half a mil too. Getting 500 grand 10 years later. If you've been paying lawyer fees for 10 years, that's chump change. I hope the 1.5 mil is after lawyer fees. Like I hope that is they each get 1.5 mil on top of him having to pay their lawyer fees. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me when I tell y'all, when you get a settlement, lawyer fees, child, you be like, I got $2. You know what I'm saying? Or at least $5 or whatever. So again, that's cool. He done. Because again, he got some money. Dame Dash broke. Dame Dash, who owes $4 million for defamation lawsuit, he need a new lawyer. I don't get how you keep losing lawyers, you keep losing lawsuits or whatever. You ain't got no money. Again, Suge Knight been in jail for 10 years, and even he got 1.5 mil allegedly to pay the people. Dame Dash can't keep a lawyer, and he still needs some money. If anyone know of an attorney that can work for Dame Dash, let him know. I don't know who. Because they said no. Not today. We don't want you. I be so shady sometimes. Y'all ain't trying to be shady. I don't be trying to be shady at all. I be trying to leave it alone. I really do. Let's do Terrence Howard. So look, I like Bill Maher? Sometimes Bill Maher get on my nerve, but Terrence Howard was talking to Bill Maher, right? And in this conversation, I don't even need to play the audio. In the conversation, they got on how years ago Terrence was talking to Quincy Jones, and he was asking Quincy Jones if Marvin Gaye was gay. Now, I feel like, why do straight men sit around asking if other men was gay? I feel like if you straight, why do you care if a dead man was gay? I'm just wondering, okay? Okay. He said, that Quincy dead, Marvin Gaye dead. So I don't know what happened. But he said that Quincy said yes, he was. Okay. My thing is, a lot of men back in the day may have been a little bit gay, a little bit bi, a little bit whatever. I don't care. Terrence Point was saying, I was gonna possibly maybe be approached to play him in a movie. And if Marvin Gaye was gay, I would not want to play him in a movie because I would then have to cut my lips off if they wanted me to kiss a man. He also said in this conversation Because as an actor, let me let a little bit.
It's a story that needs to
I
be
will
told.
let you know what happened with that. I was over at Quincy Jones' house.
Let Quincy Jones dead. Let him rest in peace.
I'm not dropping names. I'm just giving credibility to what I'm saying.
You know you're dropping the name, so you're dropping the name. Okay?
Yeah, so but I'm asking Quincy, I'm hearing rumors that Marvin was gay. And Marvin was gay.
First of all, hearing a rumor. Hey Siri, when did Marvin Gaye die? Not when he was born. Oh, no. Marvin Gaye died April 1st, 1984. Meaning you were not having any kind of relevant, positive, current conversation with Quincy Jones because Marvin Gaye died in I was 2 in 84. I was 2 in 84. So why y'all even having this conversation?
And I'm like, was he gay? And Quincy's like, yes.
Oh.
He went around it with everything, and I was like, no. And I'm like, I could not.
I just feel like there's gay for real, and then there's a point where guys get so much pussy, they're just like, oh, fuck it.
Who says that? Look, look. We also can't try to degrade being gay because I feel like you can't even say that. Oh, well, I wasn't gay. I get so much cooch. I just said I'm gonna get dick too. That's not how being gay work. Okay, you don't just out the blue say, you know what? I think I've had enough pussy. I'm gonna get some dick. That ain't how gay. That's not how it works.
Yeah, well, it would have been that, but they would have wanted to do that, and I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Well, you mean you couldn't kiss a guy on screen in a movie?
No.
Not even, yeah.
No, because I don't fake it. I literally, it has to.
I couldn't kiss a man either. That's true. And that
would fuck me. I would cut my lips off.
Yeah.
So I can't fake it. It has to. Look, I feel like when he said, well, I couldn't do it because I can't fake it. It has to be real. I feel like you played a pimp, a person pimping women, beating up women. So it's okay. Let's Google Terrence Howard's stuff. Terrence Howard. I just feel like when someone says I can't be fake, it has to be real to me. The first thought to me was you played pimp DJ in Hustle and Flow. I was like, what are you talking about? That don't make no sense. That is crazy. Melissa, you're making up shit now. Okay? We ain't gonna do that. So we're gonna leave it be. Ain't no. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I'm like, you played other people. And when folks say stuff like I can't play somebody gay, but you'll play pimps and mean people and abusive people and people who take advantage of people, but you can't play a man who like a man. And this is the thing, it has nothing to do with him saying I just don't want to kiss a man. I don't want to do that because I'm straight. I would get that. But you can't say I can't play that character because I can't fake it. You're an actor. Your whole job is to fake shit. That's your whole job. He's not a teacher. He's not a bus driver. You are an actor. Your job is to portray people that you are not. So to me, his logic don't match. You can say, I do not want to play a gay man because I am not gay. I don't want to kiss no man at all. I'm cool with that. But you can't say, I can't play somebody gay because I can't fake it. You can because you're a great actor. If you wanted to, you can play a gay man who don't kiss. You can play a gay person who does not get physical with someone. Because gay people are just regular people. They're regular people. They are regular people. So that was my issue with Terrence. I have nothing against anyone who says they do not want to play a character because that character is, I'm not that. I couldn't be that. I don't want to kiss someone. I get that. But we see actors play mean, evil, surly people, abusive people, murdering people. So you can get it in yourself to play somebody mean and evil, but you can't put it in yourself to play somebody who likes a man. I'm not saying go and suck a dick on camera. I'm not saying it at all. I wouldn't expect a straight person to go that far in acting. You know what I'm saying? But I think about Alfonso, who plays Lil Murda on P-Valley, who's straight. And that would be, look, when I found out Lil Murda had a whole wife, I said, when he said, because I didn't want to be, held back from it's just acting. And I said, you did a good ass job. Okay, so again, some people can play a gay character and they want to go down the path of kissing and hugging and all that stuff and sexual simulation or whatever. Cool, and that's okay. It's your choice. But I feel like an actor saying, I can't fake that for a role when all you have to do is like be nice to a man. It's my thing. It's my issue. You can no one has to be or play a gay role. No one has to do that. You have every right to say, no, I don't want to play a gay role. I'm not gay. Cool, fine, boom. You can't say, I can't fake it. You're an actor. Act. Okay, act on the dick. Anyway. But sometimes Terrence just hurts my nerve too. I mean, he been real talkative. He been real talkative. Okay. Megan Thee Stallion is opening her own Popeyes, y'all.
Okay, so today we are visiting my Popeyes before it opens.
Shit.
It's just bones, but in a few months it'll be chickens. Oh, look what I got. That's how you catch a hottie. Oh my God. I'm scared.
I feel like Megan Thee Stallion, hottie coach, having a Popeyes, having her own hottie sauce, I think it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I always feel like people should always try to do different things, make money. People love Popeyes. If it's a good restaurant, okay, if the food is good, the restaurant's clean, the recipe is, the good recipe, I think it's smart to open up your own franchise that's already a franchise. Because there are people who open up their franchise of a bigger franchise because you make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? You buy into it. If you put it in an area that does not have one already there, it can be a money maker. You hear me? So congrats to Meg. Because look, at the end of the day, we all know that sometimes the music will not always pay the bills, okay? But if you have a good business, okay, that makes you some residual income, okay, it's a good thing. So congrats to Megan Thee Stallion, okay, for her upcoming endeavor. Okay, and it's amazing. Okay, Popeyes and stuff. Congrats to Outkast and Salt and Pepper who have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay. Look, it says Bad Company, Tom Bell, Old Tubby Checker, Joe Cocker. Nikki Hopkins, Carol Kane, Cindy Lauper, Outkast, Salt and Pepper, Soundgarden, Lenny, is a Warren, I don't know, the White Stripes, and Warren's Zevon. Congrats to Outkast. Now, my question: will Salt and Pepper also include Spinderella? I feel like if Salt and Pepper is going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they need to also include Spinderella in that. I don't want to see only Salt and Pepper. I also want to see Spinderella around there. Okay, and Outkast, Big Boy, Free Facts. That's amazing. Okay, so congrats to them as well and stuff. What's his man name? Good night. What's his man name? Bishop T.D. Jakes has stepped down as the pastor at Potter House at the church. He has given the leadership down to his daughter and son-in-law, Sarah Jakes Roberts, and also Torrey Roberts. Now, you know, he had a heart attack last year in November 2024. They say he will continue to serve as chairman of the board. He will be the spiritual overseer of Potter's House, but he will step back from the daily pastoral duties. You know, Bishop is getting older. You know, one, I've heard great things about the daughter and the son-in-law as far as them preaching, pastoring. Okay, I don't know about them folks' personal life. You know what I'm saying? But I've heard they're both anointed and stuff. They already around there and stuff. But, you know, Bishop said, look, I'm getting older. You know, I had some situations or whatever. And so I'm going to step back and I'm going to put y'all in the hands of my daughter and my son-in-law. Okay. So we're going to wish rest for Bishop Jakes. We're going to still wish that man a long life. And I liked him saying that because of his own stuff, you know, that he doesn't want to leave them without a leader, basically. Because like if I die tomorrow, you know, I want to have some kind of structure and order. You know, most churches, like even my church, you know, our bishop is older. Okay, he got older. And he passed the reins to his children who were also the church. And sometimes that's what you should. It doesn't mean that you go away, but you pass the daily thing, the thing that, you know, you may not be able to physically keep up with to the next generation. Okay, so kudos to him for doing that. And again, you know, his daughter and son-in-law for being, you know, also in the way of the Jesus of the church. Okay, so, you know, happy retirement to Bishop Jakes and stuff. Mia is over there in Atlanta, right? I don't care. Mia wants to be on Housewives of Atlanta.
And does that mean that you're officially with Inc. now?
Yeah.
Are you incorporated?
You said you were fair use. We're discussing it.
Diving in a little. You just went all.
Why is Mia even on this nation?
Yeah.
That's what the streets says. That's what the streets. That's what they're saying in the comments.
What is she wearing?
So yes, that's okay. Ink is permanent.
I love that feel. There we go. Love that. Ink's a good guy.
Thank
I rock
you.
with Ink.
Thank
I love
you.
that feel.
I rock with him too.
Clearly.
The fact that Mia attempted to say she's back with Gordon so people would like her on Potomac. And when that shit did not work, she moved to Atlanta to be with Ink, like we knew she would, like Giselle said she did. And now she's trying to advertise herself to be on Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes, we've known each other since high school. We went to prom together. He is my best friend. He's so much fun. And as you know, he is definitely, his soul is so pure. And I can't wait for the world to see that. So I would say Atlanta has always been, on the radar, but obviously there's a lot of things that we have to fold in. I am a mom of 3, and of course their father and being present in their daily lives is really important to me. So
if Gordon moves to Atlanta because Mia wanted to go there and suck dick, that's crazy.
To wait until Gordon was ready to make the move too, and he has actually made the move.
Child, I don't want to see them on my channels.
Gordon has a nice condo out in Buckhead. So girls, if you guys want to have some fun, go ahead and check for him. He's out there having some fun.
So is this you giving a Yelp
available.
endorsement?
Yeah,
Yes, dude.
I want everybody to be happy.
Sure.
Okay, and as long as he's not coming and checking for me and getting upset at what I got going on, he can go out there and do whatever he needs to do.
I'm still, why is she, why are they interviewing her? I don't understand it.
Yeah, we're really good. I think it's important for us to be good friends. We're raising our children. Our children deserve to have happy moms and happy dads. And
I fully agree. Moms and dads need to be happy so that the kids can be happy. I fully agree with that. But I still feel like this roller coaster ride of moving from a penthouse to an apartment to this house to that house. Mama fucking daddy, mama fucking ink. We've now moved to Atlanta. The kids have been pushed and pulled in so many different directions or whatever. But I do agree that, you do need happy parents. But however, Mia and Gordon never finished their own shit before they moved in ink.
And just because we can't be together doesn't necessarily mean that we're not a family. We are still a family.
That's great. Okay, so you quit Housewives of Potomac in the reunion show of all things.
Mia, to me, did not quit I think Mia wanted someone to come after her and no one did. I don't think Mia pulled a Giselle, well, not Giselle, a Garcelle. Garcelle quit the show fully. I think Mia was hoping someone would come after her. I think Mia saw the writing on the wall and knew she would not be asked back. And she chose to move to Atlanta. I don't think she quit at the reunion.
Could you see yourself on Housewives of Atlanta, and have any of the ladies reached out to you?
Oh, you guys are getting really juicy, huh?
Yo, me, come on now, we're trying to get it.
Yes. So, it's a very juicy peach. So,
ain't nobody asked her shit. Now look, I saw I saw this because Kelly had an event recently. So I see that's Kelly, that's Shamia. Mia is trying to audition to be on Housewives of Atlanta. She's hanging out with girls on the show. She's trying to show up with them so that Bravo can kind of force a filming thing. Look, child, ink right, girl. Girl, you not fooling me. Ink did not want to move to Potomac because Ink is on the radio in Atlanta. Mia followed the dick to Atlanta. I think Mia feel like, well, Phaedra was on Married to Medicine. Phaedra then get back on Housewives. Kenya's gone for right now, this season. Okay. Maybe I can canoodle with the girls while they're not filming, get friendly with them while they're not filming, and Bravo will just put me in on Housewives of Atlanta. Let me tell you this. If you thought people did not like Mia on the Housewives of Potomac, put that bitch on Atlanta and watch the fans revolt, because Mia is not good TV. Mia's a liar. Mia is a hood rat lying, cable stealing, I can't trust her with my purse individual. And if Mia would have been honest about things, I think her transitioning to Atlanta would have made sense. Mia lied her whole time on Potomac. You know what I'm saying? And because she needed a check, Gordon needs a check, Ink wants a check, They felt like, let me move to Atlanta because I can either shimmy up to the Atlanta Housewives or the Love and Hip Hop hoes because that can do it too. I don't want that heifer on my TV screen. Not today, not ever. I don't care how much she tries to assault. Because no. And while Shamia had a good season and Kelly had a good season on Housewives of Atlanta, we don't need Mia there. We just don't. Get her out my face. Get her out my face. And we don't. Nope. I don't want it. Not today. Get away from me with this. I want to get on the whole. So look, where they at? One, Dennis Rodman. What's his man name? Deion Sanders' sons. Okay, the Shiloh son did a sign with the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Then Shador signed with the Cleveland Browns. Okay, 5th round pick. It was a whole thing about, oh my God, why didn't Shador go 1st round pick? He was supposed to, blah, 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 blah. Some folks felt like because Deion Sanders is his daddy, they felt like Shador and his daddy gave him the ass a kiss. Like, I only want to play on someone's team. I don't want to be on some people's teams. They were saying, not that by they, I mean him. Because y'all know him as the sports. Him is the head of sports on JayLee's Corner. That is his job. He sports, or more sports or whatever. So when I say they said, that means him said. Him said people felt like because Deion and Shador were saying how they either did not want him going to certain teams, he wasn't playing the game. He was a bit too ego, too high or whatever. He did not even really show up at the draft. He had his own thing at the house. They felt like, okay, you think you're better than us. We won't play the game. We're going to leave you to be like last round pick for a shitty team. Okay. So we seen all that happen, but again, he was picked and so was the brother. So while waiting to be picked, he got a prank phone call. And now I'm like, how they prank? Trey. Now the thing is, for draft time, each draft participant is given a cell phone. It's a phone that only the team people got the number. It's not when they get them phone calls, the phone call don't be on their regular cell phone. The phone call is from a special phone that only the teams have. And Shador was streaming was like live the whole time. Wait. What the sound at? The sound left?
Yeah, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you. No, for sure. Why don't you get up and stand right here?
It's being weird. So he got a phone call from somebody pretending to be the GM for whatever team. Come to find out it was this little boy. So not only did he prank Shador, they recorded it and posted it on social media.
Hey, is this Shador? Hey, this is Mickey Loomis here, the GM of the New Orleans Saints. How you doing? This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man. We're going to take you with our next pick right here, man.
This ain't gonna be nothing to do.
Hey, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, man. Sorry about that.
little boy pranked him, posted on social media. It was a whole thing. Now, at first, they did not know who did it, what happened, all that shit. And it came out, it was the son, okay, Jax Ulbrich, the son of Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator. They said their story was, while at the Daddy house, okay, he came across the draft contact phone number for sure. I said, no, look, one, the daddy should have never even allowed the son access to that shit. It's weird for one. Okay. For two, I said, it ain't no way the daddy only had one prospect's phone number. The daddy probably had a list of different phone numbers for different prospects, and the son chose who number to take. Because you can't tell me he only found one phone. He found phone numbers. He made a choice to do that to Shador. Meaning he plotted, planned it, recorded it, uploaded it. Okay. Now while the Falcons made a statement and the son did it, 21 years old, grown little boy. Okay, grown little boy. Okay, little boys. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. No, that was a decision. That was a decision. That was a planned and plotted decision to do. Because you had the phone number written down, you waited until he wasn't drafted, and then called to bullshit. So on top of all that happening, the NFL fined the Falcons team $250K, as they should. They fined the daddy $100K. So a total of $350. And I feel like good. Now I also think the daddy should be fired. Because me and him discussed this before. And then I had seen a post on I think on TikTok, and someone was like, if anybody at their job had leaked patient information, this personal information that their family got, that the family then used and put on national television or whatever, they would be fired. I also feel like the daddy should be fired because you allow your child to get access to private information, okay, private contact information. He then used that to make a public spectacle of someone during the NFL draft. Insane. And a part of me was like, why didn't they do it to anybody else? Now, I'm not going to say it's racial, all the way racial, but I do think it's a bit racist because why did you do it? Why did you not only keep the number, because you waited until he wasn't drafted? Because this is the thing, if you had the number the whole time, you waited until you saw he wasn't drafted. To me, I feel like the son also kind of knew he probably got information that, he not going to be drafted first or second. And he waited because he knew what was going on. And it was a bunch of bullshit. So again, the team, amount of money, the daddy or whatever, but I still feel the daddy should be fired fully. Now, I don't know what the son can have happen to him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the son can't go to college. Whatever college a kid go to, he got us live in the basement. I don't know. But it made me so mad. It made me so bad. Now, the daddy then went and said, I'm sorry, baby.
First of all, I'd like to publicly apologize to Shador and the Sanders family for what occurred. Second of all, I want to publicly apologize to Mr. Blaine, Terry Fontenot, Lee Morris, and the entire Falcons organization. My actions of not protecting confidential data.
Again, I just got on an employee yesterday because they left patient information on the printer. And I'm like, sometimes people can walk through here. It's against, because if anybody gets access to private personal information, it's your job. You can get fired. It's against the fucking rules. So him saying it was my fault because I allowed private information to get out, even if it's to my son.
Were inexcusable. My son's actions were absolutely inexcusable. And for that, we are both deeply sorry. The NFL has taken action, and I fully respect the punishment. We take full responsibility, my son and myself, and we will not be appealing the fine in any way. Going forward, I promise my son and I will work hard to demonstrate we are better than this. Again, I'm deeply sorry for our actions.
Questions?
Beat your son ass. Fight your son. Okay, beat the son. Not beat him up. I'm not that. But I feel like it. Hopefully the daddy is pissed. Because this is the thing. Not Miss Bay. Hey, Miss Bay. I would. Not gonna be 3 hours. It may be 2. I got about 30 more minutes of things to go through. We will not be 3 hours tonight. But y'all make sure to like the video. What I do hope, because this is the thing, is one thing if you do something and only like the family know, like you, your mama, your daddy, maybe your auntie and your uncles, like immediate family know the son did some fucked up shit. But it's an in-house family issue. It's not public or whatever. When you do something that makes national news and could cost your daddy his job, because my thing is this: would any other team trust your daddy with information now? Because he left it out for your ass to find. And not only did you find the information, you used it and then posted it publicly. Because you posted yourself making a call to social media. Which to me means the little kid, the motherfucker don't have any thought to how much this could have ruined his daddy life, their livelihood. And my issue was, I feel like a prank is supposed to be funny. It should be something that someone you know does to you, and that's it. I think when you purposefully try to embarrass somebody publicly, that ain't a prank. That's not a prank. Kids wait their whole life to get drafted. You know what I'm saying? People wait their whole life for their kid to get drafted. You know, I know we have the show Pranked where friends would set up friends and prank their friends. I know that, you know, there are radio shows where the host will call and prank people over the phone. I think pranking someone over the phone is whatever. That's not really a public, you know, humiliation thing. It's funny at the end of it. But however, when I'm already sitting around and uneasy about not being drafted, and you call me and I'm on the live thing and you said to me, you gotta wait longer. Like, that wasn't funny. I mean, I did have to wait longer. But where was the joke? Why was that supposed to be funny to me? Did y'all prank any other people who weren't drafted yet? Yeah, and you know, I agree. It looks racist. Because why y'all prank the one black kid who was already getting flack the whole, you know, for those couple days? I'm saying, but and to me, it feel like because some Caucasian people are so oblivious to stuff because of their whiteness, their privilege. They don't even understand how embarrassing it could be to be pranked during the biggest moment of your life at the time. Because at that point, it was no longer about Shador and his drafting. It was about the joke being played on him and how funny it was and how it all was on social media or whatever. And ha, 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 ha. You've now tainted my thing because I was already being taught a lesson by the NFL. I was already being sit down boy by the people, in power. And I don't know if the family is I don't know who they are at all. But I was pissed when I heard about it. And once they said, I think we kept saying it has to be somebody, a coach or someone within the NFL, because no one else had the phone numbers. Because it wasn't as if someone called his regular self. It was the dedicated NFL draft cell phone number that each kid gets. So I hope the daddy went in the boxing ring and they boxed for 4 hours with boxing gloves on. I hope all his food was cold donuts and day old milk. Because the son ain't gonna learn a real lesson. He not. The daddy paying money, that's nothing. Oh, we called and said sorry, whatever. Bastard. Anyway, but congrats to Shador and the brother, who both were, picked for teams in the NFL, and hopefully their career will span far and wide. Lord, what else I gotta do? Who is it? Let's get to these people. Have I even discussed the people on the thumbnail? Child, look, y'all like the video again. Okay, give y'all another 30-second like the video. And we're back. I'm trying to delete stuff that I don't want to get into right now, and only get into what's left on my thumbnail. Let's do, what's this man's name? Brian McKnight and Jaguar Wright. Now I feel like I was like, why is Brian McKnight and Jaguar? I said Brian and Jaguar. That's weird. So Brian McKnight is suing Jaguar Wright, okay, because she said he was beating up the ex-wife and prostitutes. You hear me? So Jaguar, first of all, the neighborhood talk is messy at this what they wrote. It said Jaguar Wright will be starting back at $1 in that account. She's been all over social media alleging that Brian McKnight abused his ex-wife and paid prostitutes just to rough them up during sex. And Brian said that's a lie. Okay, I did not do it. She lied on me. She lied. Okay, it says a legal doc. Brian says she also claimed he beat his ex-wife, Julie McKnight, who Jaguar says is her cousin. Brian's response was he never laid a hand on Julie and don't even know Jaguar. And didn't even know Jaguar was claiming family ties. Now look, we don't like Brian McKnight right now. He is on our list as a bad father, as an abandoner, and all these things. Jaguar Wright has a reputation for saying things that have truth to them and then something that are completely made up. Now, I don't know why she went and said that man was beating on the wife, and I don't know why he said that man also paid hoes to beat them up too. That's weird. That's weird. Okay. But Brian said I'm suing. She lied on me. She calling me a physical abuser. She's calling me a prostitute payer, and I ain't none of that. So yeah, I'm a sue you. I don't like it. Okay. Now, just because Brian is a children abandoner and a asshole, it doesn't mean he's an abuser. But I feel like you ain't gonna get shit from her. And I feel like if she said that, bitch, I didn't even know. So you brought more attention to what she said than what her saying. I didn't know she said nothing. Sometimes you have to ignore dumb people because they say things just to get attention. Like Kanye West, he says crazy shit to get attention, and I feel like him suing her and bringing to light what she said can make a hooker say he paid me and he beat me up too. Okay, sometimes leave it be. Okay, Jay-Z and Beyonce have been ignoring Jaguar because the stuff she said was like on social media. None of it made the rounds until she got on Piers Morgan, and that made the news. That was when they said, hold up now, bitch. Once you get on a credible news platform, we may pay attention to you and we'll force the news station to take it down or whatever. But Brian, first of all, what didn't I care? So you just made what she said more relevant by trying to sue her. You gonna get what, $2? Maybe he need the $2, but I was like, get out of our face, okay? We don't care, not today, not ever. Fat Joe. Now, Fat Joe is suing his former hype man, okay? Because the former hype man called him some things on social media, okay? He's suing his former hype man for extortion. That's not extortion. It said he's suing a man for extortion after he used social media to spread false accusations about him. It says per TMZ, Fat Joe, will he ever stop? Because he's not even fat no more. He's not even fat no more. Okay. Little B Joe filed a lawsuit on Tuesday claiming his former hype man, Terrence T.A. Dixon, is trying to get money he did not earn. As a result, he turned to social media and false to call him a pedophile, a PDF file, okay, a PDF file. When he didn't get the funds he demanded. Not child, look, stop extorting people and calling them PDF files. Okay. The lawsuit detailed that TA started working with Joe in 2006, was part of his team, and he was compensated. Okay, he got a paycheck, and that was it. They parted ways in 2019. Joe never heard any complaints about money being owed until 6 years later, when TA started talking on social media claiming he deserved more money. Now, I feel like if we worked together from 2006 to 2019, if you never told me you didn't like it, if I never knew you wanted more money, what can I do now? You can't. I can't back pay you. I don't have the money. Okay. But he said I never heard shit for 6 years. Okay. He said TA started taking to social media, claiming he deserved to pay more. Joe say TA enlisted Tyrone Blackburn as his attorney in March and sent legal demand letters asking for compensation as a ghostwriter on some of his tracks. When he did not get the money, he went, hey, I can't get my money. Cool. Social media, okay, went on there and said, You see, Joe said these allegations. Where is it? Wait, Blackburn spoke with TMZ about the lawsuit, calling it a baseless lawsuit and effort to soften the blow of what's to come. It won't work. Fat Joe got a lot of explaining to do. Joe said the allegations are completely false and part of a criminal conspiracy. They want more money. Okay, money. Look, people have these debates about money. I am a firm believer you cannot work with friends. You should not work with friends. If you do, there needs to be a clear, concise conversation over compensation. And once there is a clear, concise conversation, things are in writing, and everyone is agreeable, that's the only time it should work. Because you don't want to lose friendships over money, because later on someone wants more money. You know what I'm saying? So Fat Joe said, I'm not a pedophile. Leave me alone. You wanted more money and you wouldn't lie on me. So stop. So Fat Joe was suing his friend like everybody else. It's suing their friends. I did Brian McKnight. Hold on. Not Shannon. Wait, God, what's gotta do? I'm so confused, y'all, because I'm tired. Let me see. We did that one. We did Megan. Let's do Diddy. Because it's like two things with Diddy. One, y'all know Diddy court case start on Monday. I think the jury selection start on Monday. So Diddy can be in court, right? And Diddy, up until now, we went to court. He was in like prison jumpsuits or whatever. But they said for the trial, he can wear clothes. The judge in these criminal trials is not here for any flashy fashions. It says the presiding judge has issued a specific order regarding the courtroom attire. It says Combs is limited. Wait, where does it happen? Okay. He's permitted to have up to 5 button-down shirts, up to 5 pair of pants, up to 5 sweaters, up to 5 pair of socks, and up to 2 pair of shoes without laces. Meaning you can't have a different outfit. If we are in trial for 2 months, you can't have 2 months worth of clothes. You can have 5 days worth of stuff of clothes and that's it. And then re-wash it and re-wear it. Okay? We're not gonna give all the bull stuff. Not today, not ever. It makes sense. I think they don't want the trial to become a fashion moment. They don't want the trial to be this big old thing. I do feel like, yes, wear the same 5 suits or the same 5 whatevers. I mean, you only wearing it in the court and going back to prison. You can look, even if you have 5 shirts, 5 pair of pants, and 5 sweaters, technically that's 10 outfits. Because the 5 pair of pants, we won't even really see the pants. You're gonna be sitting down. 5 button-up shirts and 5 sweaters can be mixed and matched. You know what I'm saying? You can wear a black pair of pants with a red sweater. You can wear the red sweater with some blue pants. You can wear some blue pants and an orange sweater. Okay. You can then wear some green pants and a yellow button-up shirt. Okay. Look, only have 2 pair of black shoes because black goes with everything. Okay. You can have, I'm telling y'all, if you have 5 pair of pants and again 5 button-up shirts and 5 sweaters, that's 10 outfits. Okay, 10. Get it done. Okay. even unbutton a little button one day, button up next day. I don't know, but and again, I don't think anyone should be paying attention. I feel like Diddy was going to try to get like a stylist to dress him every day for court. The judge is probably like, we ain't doing that. Yeah, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's in jail. I think if Diddy, like with ASAP Rocky was out of jail. You know what I'm saying? He was coming to court from home. Even Lil Man Lane was coming from home to court. If Diddy was not in jail, he could get dressed at home as he sees fit. But he's coming from jail, meaning he has to be transported from the jail to the courthouse, then change clothes, and then come in the courtroom, then leave the courtroom, go change back into. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of back and forth, and we got time to have all the stylists around there. Bring this shit, leave it here, and go the fuck home. Okay. Now I do wonder, will they not allow cameras in court? Because we've only seen Diddy on those drawings, and I need someone to show me Diddy. Okay. I'm not child. Look, I gotta go to New York. I may have to go to New York, but I feel like it's gonna be a fucking circus already. So that may be why I don't want to go. Or because this is federal. I forgot. Dang. I need someone to stick a camera in there. I need someone is to sneak a camera in there. I just, what I'm saying? This look. But if Diddy gets convicted, if Diddy gets convicted, they will at least have to do a mug shot. And we can then see his mug shot and see him with gray hair. Because a part of me, but even if he's found not guilty, and he's then released, when he leave the court, we'll see him gray haired out. And I think I don't think he looks crusty. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he looks aged. I think Diddy for a long time had been dyeing his hair, dyeing his roots, his beard or whatever. He was dyeing his hair. And so that was the only reason his hair hadn't grayed. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he may look his age. Hey Siri, how old is Diddy? Child, I said, hold on. Hey Siri, how old is Diddy? Yes, why won't you answer me? Why ain't no age for Diddy coming up? Let me just Google it. Because Siri being funny acting. He's 55, and when you in your 40s and your 50s and stuff like that, because I know I got gray hair, your hair do gray. He just been dyeing it, See, I don't think he looks crusty, so to speak. He may not look as moisturized. He, has gray hair. His lips may not be as chapped. Okay. But he's serving time in the jail. Also, Diddy and his team was playing. So they said Diddy team was trying to pull a wild move in court, arguing Diddy was not fully in his right mind when all the alleged crime went down because he was too drunk and too high. What? They also allegedly had the professor from Columbia ready to testify that Diddy had some mental condition affecting his behavior. It's called I'm a maniac. Trying to say that somebody was too drunk or too high to be able to hold themselves accountable for getting other people too drunk or too high to take cooch allegedly is insane. Insane. Okay, says prosecution fired back saying it don't matter. One, the doctor they want to have in here has never examined Diddy. They also pointed out that Diddy allegedly drugged other people during his wild freak off. So blame his own pace does not make sense. Okay, it does not make sense. His prosecutors also want to block a video expert who was supposed to break down the Cassie Hotel beating footage, even though the judge already ruled the video will be admitted. This trial is gonna be crazy. Yeah, it's like you can't blame substance abuse. I think that's why he has been trying like last minute to get the trial pushed and pushed and pushed. Ain't gonna happen. Okay, so Monday is Cinco de Mayo. Monday is Cinco de Mayo. Monday is also the Met Gala. So y'all know Tuesday I will be live. And Tuesday's live will strictly be Met Gala fashion review. Okay? And stuff. And then we will be covering the Diddy trial as much as we can. They will probably be recaps from whoever is in the courts, typing up shit. But yeah, Diddy on free for the shit. Let me do Shannon and them. That's all right. Let me see. Because I'm almost done. We did defense. Okay, yeah, we got these people. But let me do these people. Mary J. Blige and Misa Hylton have been friends for years. Okay, years. And it's funny and weird to me that it seemed like this rift started last year, around the same time that Diddy got wrapped up in stuff. Okay, so Misa Hylton, who was the first baby mama to Diddy, that is Justin's mama. So she had Diddy's oldest biological son. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. So she is suing Mary J. Blige, her good friend. Child, if you Google Misa Hylton and Mary, you would always see them together. I feel like even when I was like, what y'all mean? Mary, I said, what? I said, that don't make no sense. Since when? Like, they were always together. Like, Mary and Misa, like, friends. Because it was them and Lil' Kim. So, it was weird. I was like, they gotta be lying. They can't be for real. Because Misa and Mary are friends. Like, they've been hanging since Lil' Kim's first original face. Okay? That's how far back Mary and Misa go. Back to the old days. Okay? A long time ago. Child, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Okay? Since the 90s. Okay? Since the... They've been rocking together. So when I said, bitch, what? I said, y'all, Mary? Misa? I was so confused. Child, Mary's sister, Misa, and Faith. And that's the Faith that's Faith married to Biggie Faith. Okay? So I'm like, you can't tell me that makes any goddamn sense. I'm confused. Anyway, when I heard that Misa was suing Mary for $5 million, And then over Vado, like, first of all, the only reason I know Vado is because Vado was dating Tahiri, who used to date Joe Budden. And Tahiri and Vado were on Marriage Boot Camp one season. And Vado tried to yoke Tahiri up. On camera, on the show. Okay? So that's the only reason I know Vado. Only. Now, I know he used to be on other labels or whatever, but Vado, in my opinion, was never a well-known artist or nothing. Okay? Also, Misa has been known as a stylist for years. Allegedly, she has a label or a management company. Okay? So, Misa suing Mary for $5 million. Whole lawsuit. They're friends, good friends, buddy friends. Okay, we're hanging out at least last year. That's why I said it's weird that this all started in 2024, around the time that Diddy was caught up in this shit. Okay, because I'm like, is Misa suing Mary J. Blige to spite Diddy? I don't know. So, per court documents, okay, Vado was signed to Mary's label, Beautiful Life Productions. Now, I didn't know Mary had a label. And while Mary is an amazing artist, I would never want to be signed to her label. I don't think Mary J. Blige knows how to run a label. I don't know anyone that Mary J. Blige has helped, you know what I'm saying, like be an artist or whatever. And I feel like the only time you should have your own label is if you know how to create other artists. And I don't see Mary as I can help other artists person. No tea, no shade. Okay. So Vado was, signed to Mary's label. He was being managed by Misa. Fine. Okay, Misa's management agency called Misa Management. It says Misa and her company say Mary used her power to tear the deal behind the scenes. They claim Mary refused to release Vado's finished album that he supposedly finished last year. And I'm like, first of all, why the fuck is Vado? Girl, ain't nobody thinking about a damn Vado album and girl, no. I heard that as well, but I also heard some rumbling that was not going well either. Just saying. But for other reasons. But they're saying that Mary used her power to not release his album, blocked him from going on tour, unless he dropped Misa as a manager. Okay, now I'm like, now why that? Now, first of all, who the fuck was Vado going on tour with? Himself? Is he a rapper? Is he a singer? Is he a carpet cleaner? And why would Mary want Vado to drop Misa as his manager? For what? For why? If he's already completed the whole album, why block the album? Misa say Mary also secretly worked on Vado during yacht parties, hotel meetups, and private events where her people were purposefully left out. So they're at all these events. But I'm like, if you his manager, how are you not involved? How are you so hands off of your artists if you're the manager? And if that's your good friend, why are you not there? So to me, it feel like, would y'all bet on a dead horse? Because he's a 40-year-old rapper. Ain't nobody trying to know that Vado album. It says that the goal was allegedly to isolate him and push him into a new deal that excluded Misa. It said the lawsuit says Mary's security guard, who they call her boyfriend, so Mary had a man at home, was trying to sign Vado himself. So Mary wanted Vado to leave her good friend Misa's management company for her boyfriend to manage. I'm like, first of all, why y'all fighting over all the talent in the world? Why y'all beefing over Vado? Child, what are y'all talking about? American Reed? Fantasia could not read in the past. Floyd is just a little bit slow. Mary can read. So we've seen her read before. So that's a weird that's just weird, but whatever. But yeah, Misa claimed that Mary personally threatened that the album would not come out if he did not cut ties with her. But is Vado lying to Misa and blaming Mary? So Misa is asking for $5 million to cover breach of contract, emotional distress, and dirty interference with her business. She also wants an order stopping Mary and her camp from messing with Vado's career any further. Look, no tea, no shade. Okay? No tea, no shade. I understand Misa upset that an artist she had worked with being taken from her. But I feel like Vado was not going to make you $5 million. I feel like the distress of beefing, cool. And it was saying how Misa is more upset over her friendship being, torn apart over the Vado thing. I don't know why Mary would even. It don't make sense. And I saw how Lauren on the Breakfast Club was saying this morning how she talked to, I think, Misa's attorneys, who said Mary's attorneys had not reached out. She talked to Mary's side, and Mary's side said that we don't know about nothing. It all seems weird because Vado is not an artist to fight over at all. You know what I'm saying? He's a grown child. If I Google Vado, child, all old shit. Nothing recent. It's all old. Because I think he used to be signed to maybe it was other labels, but like years ago. You know what I'm saying? Years ago, he used to be signed to whoever else. But he ain't relevant now at all. And then when he was with the other rappers back in the day, and he couldn't hit then, why would he hit now? So I think it's dumb if Mary did try to steal him from Misa, because you can just get a whole new act on your label. And Misa, you want to sue Mary, you want to spend more on court fees, and you're going to get, girl, I would never, because this is all alleged. Okay, if I would never try to undercut my friend on some bullshit. So I could never do what Misa is alleging that Mary did to her. On the other side of that, I could never sue my friend over some bullshit business over dude we're not gonna get no money from. Now I don't know if their point was if Mary maybe thought he not gonna really make no money. So we should keep all money in-house. So baby daddy, boyfriend, security guard, you manage him. So that way that money is in-house. And if he leave Misa, we can possibly make $25 off his albums. Because he can't tour with no damn body at all. So I don't know. I hope Mary Mary on some bullshit. She did that. Lastly, let's do Shannon, because Shannon on some bullshit too. So Shannon's still doing his part, because y'all know Shannon is not on ESPN anymore, but he took a break. Shannon still does the nightcap with him and Ocho Cinco and whoever this man is right here. And the other day, recently, they said Shannon told somebody, shut the fuck up. Now I'm like, who are we talking to?
I only heard from 2 teams. Guess what the 2 teams that called me Ocho say? What's your phone number? Where you gonna be?
Who that?
Shut the fuck up. Next door. Cincinnati Bengals was one. I only heard from 2 teams. Guess what the 2 teams that called me Ocho say? What's your phone number? Where you gonna be?
Who that?
Shut the fuck up. Next door.
Now what the child? I said that made my head, because I'm like, who are we talking to? When you are on a live recording, you do like, what is that? Is Shannon on crack? Is he tripping?
Cincinnati Bengals was one. I only heard from 2 teams. Guess what the 2 teams that called me Ocho say? What's your phone number? Where you gonna be?
Who that?
Shut the fuck up. Next door.
I'm like, why did he not say who he was talking to? The dog, the maid, the caterpillar, the butterfly, the fish, an alligator. Who you talking to? I don't know. But y'all, Shannon is on some bull stuff recently and whatnot. Okay. Also, the girl lawyer, okay, the little girl who he messing around with. I call her Michelle Tanner. Because y'all know he was banging a dope Michelle on that IG live, but the white girl Gabriella, her name was Michelle Tanner. She young. Her attorneys said, yeah, we not gonna put out the tape. Okay, the evidence that we have, we not gonna put it out publicly. That's smart. Okay, play it in court. Play it in court. It may leak. The sex tape may leak. But I think the lawyer's saying, yeah, we're not going to put out the video proof of these allegations. Okay. We know that, Shannon mentioned the tape or whatever. We're not going to publicly play or release that evidence, okay, at all. We offered him to see it one time. He said no, okay, and that's it. We're not going to release it or whatever. We're going to leave it where it is. Let the court see it. Let the judge and them see it. But I hope Jesus fixes it, okay? Shannon better look. The lawsuit said, the girl said that Shannon was secretly recording them doing things. I'm like, that means he has to have a recording of them doing it. You don't have not a recording of her saying, yes, take this cool, like something that proves what you're saying. Because I just feel like it's weird. Okay. But again, that won't be released publicly. Okay. Now, the old girlfriend, okay, elder Michelle, Caucasian Michelle, adult Michelle, had put out saying, because her name was Michelle too. So this is white Michelle. He dated years ago, like back in 2010 or whatever. So that's a white adult Michelle. We think black Michelle, she may not be black. I don't know. We have adult Michelle, who was on the IG live. And we then have Michelle Tanner, aka Gabriella, who's suing him. So this lady right here, Michelle Bundy Evans, who there was a sewage situation, a lawsuit situation years ago that was settled or whatever, back then. And she came out saying, he be doing some bullshit. He be trying to do things or whatever. So Shannon lawyer said, well, guess what? We got things that Shannon Lawyer said it should be of no surprise that when someone famous is in the news, all sorts of people crawl out of the woodwork to share their connection to that person. Sir, she's someone who sued him for kind of the same thing. But they're saying, trying to connect to that person in an attempt to profit from that alleged relationship. In many cases, these stories or accusations are nothing more than old news. Sir, it happened. Okay, blah blah blah. They are shared on social media or fed reporters with no. What is this? Hold on. It's done. This is what's happening to Shannon, and the resurrection of the case involving Michelle Evans is the perfect example. Sadly, Miss Evans became obsessed with Shannon and decided to manufacture a claim against him. Not a manufactured claim. When she could not find a lawyer to pursue her outrageous story, she filed a civil complaint on her own that is completely devoid of merit. The fact is that Shannon has had no contact with this person for many, many years, and it is our understanding that she is still not still on probation, not bringing up what she did, okay, but she's still on probation after 73 years in prison for trying to kill her husband so that she can. She served 3 years in prison for trying to kill her husband so she could be with Shannon, and she's on probation for that. Shannon should just be single. Because if one white lady is saying, you wanted her, and we find out that she tried to go. Okay. Last week, I might be wet. People were asking why would Shannon offer the Gabriella girl, Michelle Tanner girl, $10 million, and they said, "Oh, to keep the details private. He wanted his personal life private." Okay. While Shannon was willing to pay her a substantial amount of money to avoid the intimate details of his personal life from being exposed, as many high-profile people do. That indicate no more. Well, yeah, because she said no. I think everyone knew why he offered her the money. Okay. I don't know who Shannon's attorneys are. I feel like every time they try to explain away shit, it don't work. It don't work, and it just makes things look worse. Okay, worse and worse and worse. Okay. Now, lastly, this is not something I had on the thumbnail, but Nene interviewed. Well, no, Nene did her what the other one? Here we go. Nene interviewed Deshaun Snow today. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna do this. Nene had her Nene Leakes show back today. She interviewed Deshaun Snow, but it was boring to me. I feel like Deshaun Snow, who was on season 1 of the Housewives and whatnot, I didn't care that much. She looked different. Let me see. Deshaun Snow looked different as well. That confused me a whole lot because I was like, why does she look so different? The only thing that Deshaun Snow said was about her being shocked that she did not get a season 2.
After season 1, I have to know, because so many people wrote this question asking after season 1, they wanted to know, were you surprised when you were not invited back for a second season?
I was surprised.
Deshaun Snow looks so different.
I was like, I wrote my books
in a way that is not neither me trying to be shady or mean. I feel like it was like a 45-minute-ish thing she had today. And the whole time Deshaun kept talking, I was like, her teeth must be heavy because she kept talking as if she couldn't really move her mouth too much. It was weird to me. And she just and I know she lost weight. She, you know, she's slim. She's more lean now, but she just looks different.
I was like, okay, I know I gotta have this so that when it airs, that is ready and all this. I have my little plan on, you know. So I was really surprised. I was shocked.
You were?
Yeah.
Were you hurt?
I was disappointed.
You were disappointed.
But you know what? Everything works out, you know, the way it's supposed to work out. Because I truly feel that I would not have wanted to go through my divorce on camera. The person I am today, I think I would have been fine. But the person back then, I think I would have been too concerned with what it looked like.
Yeah.
And
I think that's why they didn't keep her the second. I do feel like back then, Deshaun was more reserved. Deshaun Snow, season 1, reminds me of the white lady Carrie on Married to Medicine season 1. Too concerned with their image to be real for the camera. And I think when you do that, I think production feel like, oh, well, we don't want her back on the show, you know, because she don't give enough. Now, I know her saying that she, you know, she would have been close up. I think they knew that. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like her being different now, if she was more open, they really could have brought her back this season, because I think her and Angela kind of could probably mesh, you know, age-wise or whatever.
And you know, from a divorce, like you can't be worrying about other stuff and dealing with, you know, there's so much that you're dealing with. So I don't know that I would have been trying to deal with that and then try to look pretty and make it look pretty and all of that back then. Like now, the person I am today, it is what it is. And, you know, I'm authentic and transparent and all that. Not that I wasn't back then, but I think I probably would have been concerned with what it looked like.
You would have.
Yeah.
I just know from back then, knowing you were no. But, you know, Housewives really wanted to see that. Like that.
Oh, the mess.
Yeah, that would have been the best part for them.
Yeah.
To see you guys, you know, dissolve your marriage on camera. I mean, that's what the reality television is all about.
I think Nene, I think everyone knew why Deshaun wasn't asked back. But I think over time, she should have been brought back. Before Sheree, for sure. Even now, she seems more personable than she did back then. I wish this interview was better. Meaning, I still don't feel like I got to know Deshaun Snow. I know she is on a health and wellness journey. She, I think, maybe a book. I just felt like it was a service conversation. I feel like, you know, Nene, of course, always discusses her life as well when she does these things. But I kind of just wasn't. I wish Nene went deeper. I wish Nene had better questions. I wish it wasn't only about you were on the show that one season, were you surprised you left? And that was kind of it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, again, Nene have these surface level conversations that are just boring to me. So that was that. But secondly, from that,
one of your former cats.
She had Michelle Alien Brown on there. And I feel like, will Nene and Michelle Brown ever leave Candy the fuck alone? Because Michelle did this, like, oh, you know, what's the tea section? One, I feel like Nene and them are pre-recording these shows. Y'all need to pre-record, but still push them out on time. Because half of the tea y'all spilled was old shit. When she brought up that lady over in Dubai, I said, that happened a while ago. Why y'all talking about the Dubai. I'm like, girl, meaning they recorded this a while ago and they're just not airing it. But when they then got onto the Othello Broadway play that Candy is a producer on, and I was like, Nene and ATL Michelle Brown is shady as fuck. And I'm like, why do y'all not like Candy? Okay. And while I get this could have been some fun shade, to me, it felt like, now why y'all being dumb? For what? Why even bring up Candy at all?
One of your castmates. My castmate? Yeah, one of your former castmates. I'm sorry. Your former castmates. Because she's an ex-castmate also. Oh. But she's a producer now, one of the producers on Othello. And on Broadway. Othello with Denzel and
Okay, I didn't know that was the name of it. Okay.
So Candy Burruss is one of several producers on Othello on Broadway. And apparently they've been...
Girl, why not being shady? For what? For why? Now, Candy being one of the producers on the show has been talked about for a while. For one, Candy has never said, this is my show, I'm the only producer, me. However, social media has talked about Candy being one of the producers. But to me, Michelle Brown and Nene was like, let's be messy.
Selling out, and it's a big hit with Denzel and everything. And so, you know, she's taking all the credit and she's going out the magazines.
Well, first I got to tell you, I love Broadway.
Okay.
Now, this I know. I was eating jelly bean. Hold on. Jelly bean. Michelle saying Candy is taking all the credit. Bitch, where?
And apparently they've been selling out, and it's a big hit with Denzel and everything. And so, you know, she's taking all the credit and she's going out the magazines.
Well, first I got to tell you, I love Broadway.
Okay.
I was on Broadway twice. I remember when Candy wanted to do Chicago, and we were out of town. I can't remember where we were, but she told me that she had the audition. And at that time, I told her about this app that I use when I'm trying to learn lines, and I gave the app to her. Well, told her she should probably use the app, and she started using it. And she ultimately went on Chicago after I had gone on there.
Because I told Candy to go use this app to learn lines because I had did Broadway, and to me, I feel like, again, no tea, no shade, but a little bit shade. I feel like Nene did do Broadway first. She did, I think, the Chicago one, and I forgot the other play that Nene did. Let me see, Nene on Broadway. But I feel like even her trying to say, well, I did Nene Leakes on Broadway. What did she do? It says Nene played the mistress of sensuality in a Las Vegas show. No, that ain't it. Oh, she played back in 2014. It says she made her Broadway debut on November 25th, 2014. So 11 years ago, she played that thing. Bringing up what you did 11 years ago. You was in the Cinderella thing, played Madame, and then Cinderella from November 25th of 2014 to the January 3rd of 2015. So she was there for like 2 months. She did Broadway. Okay. And I'm not taking anything from her, but I just feel like I want Nene to realize that she keeps bringing up stuff she did 10 years ago, and she's not noticing she ain't did shit lately or recently. You know what I'm saying? And again, no tea, no shade. No tea, no shade. I'm just saying, I want her to also realize that you can compare you being on Broadway twice performing, but Candy putting on Broadway plays and Broadway productions and Kandi getting TV shows produced. So Michelle trying to say, yeah, Kandi Child said she was on the thing, child. She said she taking all the credit, and Nene going to, well, I did Broadway. I did Cinderella. I did Chicago. You did 11 years ago. But what have you done lately? And even her trying to say, and Kandi Child needed help, and I told her how to run. Kandi has been in other shows since then. Kandi about to be on The Shy. Kandi Burruss. Movies and TV shows. So she was on Housewives of Atlanta. She's on The Shy. She did The Masked Singer. She had the movie The Past. She had Kandi in the Gang that played Mother Love. You know what I'm saying? She was on Reasonable Doubt. Okay. She did Celebrity Big Brother on that show A La Carte. So I feel like Kandi has acted, even she's been on a lot of she was on she was in Envy's 7 Deadly Sins show that was on, I think that was on Hallmark or Lifetime, one of the two. I'm just saying Kandi has acted on more things. So when Nene say stuff like, well, what I did, this, that, and the other. And it's like, I'm not trying to knock her, but I feel like they say Nene had, let's see, Nene was the Hunting Housewife. I don't know what that is. It says she was in How High 2. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Now, she did do Glee. She was on The New Normal. You know, Glee was back in 2009 to 2015, but she wasn't on there all the time. The New Normal was in 2012, 2013. That was a one-season show. She did one season, I believe, of The Apprentice. She did one season of College Hill. So all I'm saying is she don't have enough to critique Kandi. And when I Googled Michelle Brown, I can shot she ain't got not damn photo. Thank you, Kandi has done more work in the entertainment industry and outside of it in the past 2 years than Nene has done in 10. Thank you. Thank you. And Nene was herself on both the Glee show and the New Normal. And I felt like that's why Nene never, the reason Nene has not done more acting is because she can't act. You can only be yourself for so long on shows. You have to be somebody different.
And yeah, I like Broadway.
Wait, let's start over because I want.
One of your castmates.
My castmate?
Yeah, one of your former castmates. I'm sorry. Your former castmates. Because she's an ex-castmate also. Oh. But she's a producer now. One of the producers on Othello. And on Broadway. Othello with Denzel and
Okay, I didn't know that was the name of it. Okay.
So Kandi Burruss is one of several producers on Othello on Broadway. And apparently they've been selling out and it's a big hit with Denzel and everything. And so, you know, she's taking all the credit and she's going out the magazines.
Well, first I got to tell you I love Broadway. Okay. I was on Broadway twice. I remember when Kandi wanted to do Chicago, and we were out of town. I can't remember where we were, but she told me that she had the audition. And at that time, I told her about this app that I use when I'm trying to learn lines, and I gave the app to her. Well, told her she should probably use the app, and she started using it. And she ultimately went on Chicago after I had gone on there. And yeah, I like Broadway.
So, I mean, how do you feel about, you know, I've just seen several interviews of Kandi, like, literally saying, you know, it's my show, I'm about to get an EGOT, you know, because they're going to win.
Well, I didn't know.
Now, Kandi never has said it's her show, I'm going to get an EGOT. However, if you are a producer on a play, if the play is nominated for a Tony or whatever, you know, plays get, and if they win, she can become an EGOT. That's just what it is. But I feel like trying to make it seem like Candy single-handedly has been hijacking the conversation. She's been hijacking the attention, the clout from it. No, social media has, media has. They do that. Candy is this because she is a producer on it. So of course she's gonna talk about it. Why not?
Know the name of the show, but I did see a lot of press going down social media talking about the Broadway show with Denzel and all of them. And I know that she is a producer along with another couple. This couple that I personally know from Instagram, we follow each other.
A couple I know from Instagram and we follow each other. What's their name, Nene? What's their name? Do you know their names? Now I feel like she meant DeVal and Kadeem Ellis. You know, DeVal plays Zach on Sisters. He and his wife are one of the co-producers. Okay, but if you go, because if you go to the playbill for the Othello, the producers is Brian Anthony Moreland, Candy Burruss, and Todd Tugger. And there are then also co-producers on it. There are many co-producers listed. There are a whole bunch of co-producers listed. But under producer, Brian Anthony Moreland, Candy Burruss, and Todd Tugger. That's it. That's all. But I feel like if you really wanted to acknowledge the other, why didn't y'all say who else is? Why would y'all not say who else it was? Because if you go to the playbill for Othello, okay, at Playboy.com, where it lists the cast, Denzel, Jake Gyllenhaal, Molly, all the people, and if you scroll down to the production team, okay, you have the playwright, director, costume, casting, bloppy blop, bloppy 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 blue. Okay, keep scrolling. And you get down to producer Brian Anthony Moreland, producer Candy Burruss and Todd Tucker. You then see, so there's 3 producers. And then there's a number of co-producers. A number of co-producers, a whole bunch of co-producing. And you do see DeVal and Kadeem Ellis, who is a co-producer on here. But I'm like, y'all, them your friends, right? Nene, you ain't know their name? Okay. I'm just wondering.
I was surprised to see them because in my mind, I thought that Candy was the only producer for whatever reason. I thought maybe this was something that she produced and wrote and put together the whole thing. And I happened to see this couple saying we're producers of the show as well. But crazy enough, they're not even getting press.
When Candy first announced they were doing Othello, she never said me and Todd. She's always said the production team, and she's always said other names. It's social media and the media who was only saying Candy. So, hell, they sometimes don't even say Todd. So I think Nene and Michelle being haters for no damn reason, making it seem as if, oh, well, Candy just out here taking the credit, child, and she ain't said no by your name. Get all this, like that ain't what happened.
I mean, we can't take it away from her. No. However, it just seems like she's just using her notoriety to push the show, which is kind of good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
there's I've heard there's like 10 other producers or something like that.
I heard it was 30. No, I ain't lying.
Well, I mean, we don't know who those other 29 people are, but at least, Candy's getting a recognition.
Well, she's probably the one that.
Even them saying, I heard it's 30. It's not 30 producers. There are many other co-producers. There's only 3 producers. Just saying. There's 3 producers on it, and Candy and Todd, and then the one other guy. Brian Anthony Moreland, who and actually, if you would look at any of the coverage, the full coverage of the play, they showed the other people. The Candy and the Candy and the man and took child photos together and all that shit. But to me, I feel like Nene and AT Alien could not, girl Michelle Brown, could not wait to just be messy. To make it seem child, that play that Candy doing, child, it's just her. She taking all the credit. It's all her. And it's not. And I think they did that because they don't like Candy. You know, to me, Nene is still a bit jealous of Candy, a bit envious of Candy, that Candy was able to parlay the housewives into this money-making thing. And now, you know, just being a hater for no real reason. And even if I am one of the 3 or 30 producers on this play, bitch, I'm one of them. Okay, if nothing else, I'm one of them. So why even try to make it sound like I'm, you know, being weird? I'm, you know, like, no. And you're supposed to use the most famous person who can get attention to the people. Man, y'all just some haters.
Has the most notoriety, so she's being the one that they're using to say that she's the producer on the show. But honestly,
even Nene trying to say they're using Candy. Why can't Candy be the one that did her own work?
But at least, you know, Candy's getting a recognition.
Well, she's probably the one that has the most notoriety, so she's being the one that they're using to say that she's the producer on the show. But honestly, I do know this other couple that are really kind of known, but not as known as she is. Yeah. They are known. They are doing their thing.
But I do think it's a big deal.
Girl.
And so I do.
It is. It is a big deal to have a black woman, you know, to be doing anything when it comes down to Broadway. I'm telling you, just us being on Broadway was a big deal.
Yeah.
And that's just
because you were on Broadway, what, twice?
I was on Broadway twice.
Okay. Cinderella and
Chicago.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was one of my best experiences.
All the time ago. Okay, a long. That's like me said, I was in elementary school. You hear me? I passed the 5th grade. You hear me? I took the spelling bee test in the 4th grade. Okay. I learned my times tables in the 3rd grade. I was a times table champion in 1989. Okay. That's the equivalent of Nene said, I was on Broadway, you were 10 years ago. And I'm not knocking her accomplishment. What I'm saying is you're comparing old ass apples to fresh strawberries. Okay, you're comparing old ass grapes, okay, that you can't even make into wine, to freshly cut watermelon. And I wish while doing this tea time on her show, they would focus on, because even if they wanted to cover Candy being a producer on the Othello play, why make it a shady moment of say, oh, Candy acting like she the shit child? She taking all the attention, and I'm like, will y'all ever stop hating on that lady? Will y'all ever stop? It's other people. She ain't never said it wasn't, and at the event. When they had the Othello play open up, all the other producers were there. All the other, let me see if I can go to the Val page, because DeVal and Kadeena's wife, they were there too, but no one chooses to mention them because I won't say they're not famous enough, but because Candy is a more known person. You know, if you don't watch BT Sisters, you may not know who DeVal is or his wife. They also are on YouTube. They are, you know what I'm saying, they are podcasts and everything. So like people know them, but they were also at the opening. They were also there with Candy number 2. So I'm just saying, you can't try to downplay Candy and say, "Oh, these other people," but did you ever mention who they were? Did you put up? Well, it's not just Candy; it's also Candy and DeVal and his wife Kadeem. No, y'all made a boom. I had to find it, y'all. I had to find it because I like Kadeem and DeVal. Child, they was there.
Yeah. You know,
DeVal.
marriage is understanding that on red carpet nights, even though she starts 3 hours before me, she's still gonna need the mirror when it's my turn. Go ahead.
That's his wife, Kadeem.
Do your thing.
Come here, we can share. Getting dressed for Othello because they are also co-producers on it. So Candy ain't blocking anybody else from being known for nothing at all. However, if you don't go out and look and see what there is to be looked and saw, then you won't see it. Okay. They were also on the carpet for it to produce their production. They're co-producers. So if you only see Candy, that's on you. If you follow Candy News to hate on Candy, that's on you. I'm just saying. We stepped out last night for the first time as Broadway producers. Anyway, Whitney, let's go Nene Pay. Let's go Nene Pay. Hold on, y'all. Let's go to Nene Leakes. Nene Leakes. What is she doing? What is she doing? Filter facing it.
Hi, guys. So thank you guys so much for supporting the Nene Leakes show. Okay, so our new episode that is dropping is with Latasha Scott from the R&B group.
Oh, that's old. Hold on. That ain't no. That's old, y'all. Hold on. Oh, it's all old stuff. See, she ain't got nothing new. She ain't got nothing new.
Okay, it's your sister, Nene Leakes, honey. Now listen, this episode with Deshaun Snow, baby, she does not disappoint. She is an original housewife of Atlanta, okay? Don't you ever forget it, baby. And she has a lot to say. I want you guys to run on over to YouTube, click on the Nene Leakes show, subscribe, share, and hit that notification button, honey, because you don't want to miss a thing that Mr. Sean Snow is saying.
Lies.
She is saying
lies, and more lies. Okay, I don't like it. Now, because I do my due diligence as a person who does YouTube, Candy was on the last night, y'all. Somebody said earlier, we're going to be here for 3 hours. I said, no, we're not. And look at us, 3 fucking hours. Child, I said no to 3 hours, and here we are. Tired, child, I'm tired.
The reality.
That's what it was, crazy. Escape was on with Big Tigger a couple days ago, and it just so happened that Candy was talking a little bit, and I'm like, girl, talk your stuff.
Shows, one of which you're no longer a part of. Ooh. What is your perception of what the hell is going on?
So far in the show,
I
am so behind. I caught the very first episode, but now I haven't had a chance to catch up. But I just been seeing what's on the gram, or if I see like something that's like a clip on the gram that's crazy, I call Shamia like, so what y'all doing? You know, so Shamia catches me up on all the little tea on everybody and what's happening. But other than that, like I haven't really, I don't know everything that's currently going on except for what I've been seeing in the blogs. Okay. Yeah. I think what I think about it is, I think that for a show to continue, you're going to have to continuously change the cast. Like,
this is how you discuss a show that you're no longer on, but you chose to leave.
can't just stay the same people forever. You know what I mean? You know, the show been on for 15 seasons prior to this. So it's like you're gonna have to do a switch up. I do see, you know, I think Shamia came in strong. I think she's doing good. A lot of people I see saying great things about Angela Oakley.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I don't know her personally, but I think she's a Taurus too. Team Taurus for everybody, all the Taurus people out there.
I love y'all though. I got
Shout out to them. Hey, but Taurus people always, to me, like the strongest Taurus are strong on Bravo. If you think about it. Teresa Giudice. You know what I mean?
She's a Taurus.
Yeah, Kim Zolciak, even though she and I didn't always wasn't on the same page, but our birthdays are like 2 days apart. Crazy. But it's like, it's a lot of, you know, strong personalities that be on there for a long time on Bravo. So
Okay, all right. So do you think they would continue to a season 17 with what they have now so far?
I hope so.
I would think so.
I would think so.
That franchise don't look like it going
Nowhere.
People constantly talking about it, so I'm like, why not? I mean, it may not be what it once was, but it's ever evolving. You don't know. What?
You mean that?
No, I don't mean it like that. I didn't mean negatively. I'm just saying it's different.
Okay.
You know, different doesn't always mean bad, though.
Right.
Because Housewives is absolutely different than what it was during season 1 now during season 16. So Candy's right in saying anyone watching it trying to get back how it felt 15 seasons ago, you're not gonna get that. It's different now. Accept it.
But if things slow down for you, which they probably won't, because you always
Hold on now, sis.
You always got your hand in the money.
We
pot.
don't speak that. We don't speak
in
that.
case you get busy and take the road back, like, you know, everything is doing well, your plays and your businesses. Would you consider returning back? Like, I think that's the question that everybody wants to know. I want to know where to come at.
That's not on my agenda for my life right now. Like, I feel like I'm in a very good place. I'm free to go after the things that I really want right now without having to worry about if I, not, conflicting with what the network needs or whatever for me. So, I think I'm in a good place.
Okay.
And
meaning I ain't going back. I'm doing good. I don't have to go back. So I'm not going to start that show. I'm going to mind the bitches that pays me, which is Broadway. And I don't see me going. You're supposed to do that. You're not supposed to be on Housewife of Atlanta for 15, 14, 13 years and then want to keep going back to that. You're supposed to want to do something different.
As far as Bravo family, I'm still a part of the NBC family. Like, I made an appearance on Riley's show. I stopped by to see her, but it's her thing, and I'm glad it's not my thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And like right now, Todd and I, we have a development deal over at NBCU. We're developing a show. So now I'm trying to put other people on so they can be on there.
See, I love it. The boss move.
Me, I'm living my best life on TV. See these girls right here? My girls escape. We doing more shows together. Y'all know we have doing great on Broadway with Othello.
Mm-hmm.
Going.
I'm excited. Y'all ain't got y'all tickets. Y'all better go before June 8th, honey.
I'm going.
So it's been, I've been having a great year since I left. From the time I left, people thought, it's so funny to me. I was laughing at some of the people who you could tell, like when we talk about comments, right? When people say things like, "Oh, she ain't on the show no way," like they thought I was about to fall off. Little did they know, I already had plays already in the works.
No, that's right.
When I made my decision to make a move, like I'm always working on my next move while I'm in my current move. So please believe, if I say, "Oh, I'm about to move on to something else," it's things already in the works.
That's one thing about Candy. Candy always gonna have or find her a bag somewhere. That's what.
Period. Okay. So I feel like having Nene and Michelle Brown kind of she acted. Candy's point was I had already made moves before I left Housewife for one, and we already had other plays in place before I left. So Candy, like, girl, I ain't going back to Housewives, and I ain't going by none of you hoes. Leave me alone, bitch. Leave me alone. Okay, because I don't have time for that. Anyway, y'all. Y'all, it has been 3 fucking hours. And I did not plan to do 3 hours of a show. It is midnight. It is after midnight here. Okay. It is after midnight. Okay. So I'm going to end it here, y'all. And I'm going to go. Now, because I did not put Nene and them in my thumbnail, I'm going to cut the Nene candy portion to make it a separate video that will premiere tomorrow. So, because I probably will not go live tomorrow. We shall see. Well, today, because it's fucking Thursday. Yeah, a 3-hour tour. Look, I promise y'all, the reason I don't be wanting to do 3 hours is because sometimes I'm like, people don't want to sit through 3 hours. So I be trying to keep it like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But some of y'all like longer shows. So, you know, because I ain't been live since last Thursday and stuff. So, yeah, you know, I may not be as consistent as I need to be. But I'm around here, y'all. I love y'all. And y'all love me. So y'all make sure to subscribe. Okay, y'all make sure to like. Y'all make sure to share. Okay. And I will talk to y'all later. Because I'm tired, y'all. I'm finna wrap my braids up, take my lipstick off, and get myself in the bed and let it be that, okay? But thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for rocking with me, even when I am not as consistent as I need to be and stuff. And y'all know, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And be safe, 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 safe. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.